Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of U.S. History Made Plain. I'm a high school history teacher trying to make history as fun and interesting for my students as possible. As I mentioned in a previous episode, because Texas allowed slavery, many Northerners were opposed to Texas annexation. They did not want to allow Texas in because they had slavery and because it was so big. Martin Van Buren was leading the Northern Democrats. They didn't want to annex Texas, and that made sense. However, he had a challenger for the 1844 election, which was John C. Calhoun. If y'all remember, John C. Calhoun was Andrew Jackson's first vice president who left because his wife told him to leave. It was a whole thing. Yes. So he came back and he wanted to run, and he actually led the Southern Democrats. So they had opposing views. Democratic Party was starting to kind of, splinter because they had different views and had different candidates. So after debating and trying to figure out who to choose between these two candidates, the Democratic Party decided to go with a lesser known person or a dark horse, and James Polk, who was from Tennessee. Polk was actually a protege of Andrew Jackson. So it was still a part of that Jacksonian era. It was still trying to keep that Jacksonian vibe. Polk definitely believed in annexing Texas. He wanted to reoccupy Oregon, and he also wanted California from Mexico, and not so much to sell. He wanted Mexico to just give it up. Polk was firmly committed to expansion and manifest destiny, so much so that his campaign slogan for 1844 was 54-40 or fight. This slogan appealed to a lot of the Westerners as well as the Southerners to get their votes. So 54-40 is actually talking about the line of latitude between the Oregon border and the Russian-Alaskan border. That is what James Polk thought America should own. And his whole thing was, y'all better give us all of Oregon or we ready to fight. We're going to war. James came in ready to knuck if you buck. He didn't care. He wanted to expand, and he felt like he was owed this because of manifest destiny.